Howdy, partners. Welcome to a tale from the dusty pages of the Wild West, where justice was as wild as the land itself. In this journey, we're diving into the dark side of Wild West justice. Forget the heroic tales. We're peeling back the layers to uncover the untold stories that history tried to dust away. So, saddle up as we ride through a rough and rugged era, where the law had a different face, or, well, no face at all. Out here in the Wild West, picture vast deserts, endless horizons, and a land still figuring itself out. No fancy courthouses, just tumbleweeds and open spaces. It was a time and place where justice wasn't neatly packaged. It was a free-for-all on this wild canvas. Get ready to feel the grit beneath your boots as we set the stage for the dark side of Wild West justice. But hold on tight, partners, 'cause things are about to get rowdy. When the law couldn't keep up, folks took matters into their own hands. Meet the Vigilantes, the self-proclaimed dispensers of justice. With no badges or rules, they rode in to bring order to the chaos. At first, folks cheered, but little did they know, the road to justice in the Wild West had its own twists and turns. Let's ride through the untamed trails where vigilant justice emerged, revealing a side darker than a moonless night. Now, partners, as the dust settled, a shadow slinked in. Corruption, like a snake in the grass, found its way into the heart of justice. Lawmen turned out to be no better than the outlaws they chased. A system meant for good got twisted, and the lines between right and wrong blurred. Stick around as we uncover the grim reality of corruption, creeping into the very fabric of justice in the Wild West. Out on these lawless plains, legends were born. Not the heroes you read about, but the notorious outlaws who danced on the edge of chaos. They weren't just criminals. They were the product of a justice system gone astray. These outlaws played a part in shaping the narrative, forcing folks to question who wore the white hat and who wore the black. Join us as we unmask the faces behind the folklore, revealing the dark tales of the Wild West's infamous outlaws. Now buckle up, folks, 'cause we're heading to the courtroom, but don't expect Perry Mason vibes. In the Wild West, trials were high-stakes poker games, and the house didn't always deal fair. Gold and influence often held more weight than truth. Picture a justice system where the scales were tipped, and not in favor of the innocent. Get ready as we unravel the tales of high-stakes trials that laid bare the flaws in the Wild West justice gamble. As the dust settled from gunfights and the echoes of justice faded, we turn our gaze to the overlooked casualties, the unseen victims of Wild West justice. Innocent souls caught in the crossfire, paying a heavy toll for a system that couldn't see beyond the barrels of a Colt. Join us as we shed light on the untold stories of those who suffered silently, collateral damage in a time when justice was more of a roulette wheel than a moral compass. Well, partners, we've ridden through the twists and turns of Wild West justice, exposing the shadows that history often forgets, the untold stories of corruption, vigilance, and the victims left in the dust. As the sun sets on our journey, remember, the Wild West wasn't all sunsets and heroics. It had a dark side, a side we've unveiled together. So, as we wrap up, ponder on these untamed tales that shaped a lawless land, leaving its mark on the pages of history. Thanks for riding shotgun on this journey